He's clapping.
Michael says, you know what, David? I'm telling him, make the right call.
It's my house.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hello, good day to you all. Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David, and I welcome you to your weekly dose of old school NBA basketball. Michael Jordan had countless rivalries back in the days. If it was against the Detroit Bad Boy Pistons or the New York Knicks, the Miami Heat, the Indiana Pacers, you had countless rivalries which we enjoyed as fans so much. But when we talk about Michael Jordan and specific players, the first players that come to mind are Isaiah Thomas, Patrick Ewing, Joe Dumars, and those guys. But nobody talked about David Robinson, Michael Jordan. Now the thing is, not everybody knows that, but for whatever reason, Michael Jordan and David Robinson always had a thing going on, which I want to cover in this episode. But before we start with that, let me ask you guys for a small favor. If you're new to the show, please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content. All right, you guys, let's do it. Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, when you think about the rivalries between Michael Jordan and other players, you have Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Clyde Drexler, and those guys. With David Robinson, on the other hand, it was a little bit more subtle, and I will explain to you why. Now, obviously, David Robinson played in the Western Conference, so he didn't have that many matchups against Michael Jordan. But there was always something going on, and I think I found out the reason why. Michael Jordan loved to dunk on big players, and obviously David Robinson was one of the best shot blockers in the NBA at that time. And he would block Michael Jordan's shot every once in a while, actually pretty often. And if you know Michael Jordan, that rubs him the wrong way. I just want to show you some incidents. Let's take a look.
Spurs on an 8-0 run. Cummings almost picks the pocket of Grant. Jordan goes baseline left, shot partially blocked again by Robinson. That is his third block, and the Spurs will have the ball. And Robinson thrusting his fist.
And that's not just any shot he's blocking, that's a dunk by Michael Jordan. Michael exploded the last time he tried to trick him and flip the shot. This time he tried to power it. And David Robinson with a tremendous block shot.
That is indeed on Elliott. That is his second. How about the block again? Here it comes.
Well, here's Michael. He's taken off, and you see him meeting him right at the top. Beautiful play.
Anderson to the hole, strong. Blocked away by Scottie Pippen. That is his 47th block of the year. Jordan has it blocked by Robinson, the NBA's best.
Well, the people are excited about this play. The Admiral, David Robinson, Michael Jordan, a little shake and bake. And there's David Robinson to meet the challenge with a block shot.
Jordan lost his balance. Passed on the three and goes for the stump. He was faced with David Robinson outside, and he put a move on Robinson.
Spurs in a hurry themselves. Wingate nearly walked. Whoa, Will Purdue, Robinson. And David Robinson was right up on him before Purdue turned around. The foul is called on Michael Jordan.
Not with his 2 of 11, Robinson with the steal. He's got Anderson all the way. What a move by David Robinson. You're shaking your head.
Hey, big guys aren't supposed to do that in the open floor like that. Michael Jordan back, and he picks it up and steps around him. What a tremendous play.
So now that we saw some moments between Michael Jordan and David Robinson, now where am I going with this? Now, let's go back to the 1997-98 season. The Chicago Bulls obviously won 2 championships already, and the third season was a little bit more difficult. Why? Well, of course, we had the injury of Scottie Pippen, who was missing many games. Then the same thing with Dennis Rodman. He was also missing many games. And, well, Michael Jordan was kind of left by himself. Okay, that's a little bit disrespectful to say, but you know what I'm talking about. And he was actually the only guy who had 82 games at the end of the season. He was still playing 38 minutes per game, and he had incredible stats. Let's take a quick look. At the young age of 34, Michael Jordan was still averaging about 29 points, 1.7 steals, 3.5 assists, and 5.8 rebounds. Now you have to put everything in the right perspective. Obviously, Michael Jordan was carrying a lot of the load. Many key players are missing, but hey, great stats, especially at that age. So starting into the 1997-98 season, I think it was the third game or something like that, he was playing against the San Antonio Spurs with David Robinson and, of course, Tim Duncan. Now, if you know Michael Jordan, obviously he's always motivated, especially when there are new players coming into the league that get a lot of hype. So Jordan was pretty motivated against the Spurs. But then we had this one thing. There was one specific player who came off the bench in that game, Dennis Rodman. He was not a starter in that game. And Michael Jordan had to carry the load. And yeah, there was that one moment in the game where Jordan kind of felt disrespected by David Robinson. I won't tell you which moment it is. Maybe you guys find it out by yourself. So let's dive into the game. It was the 3rd of November in 1997, the Chicago Bulls and the San Antonio Spurs.
MJ taps it, but it goes right back to Dunk.
Hit perimeter jump shots. There's David Robinson stepping out and challenging Michael Jordan from 20 feet out.
And now Robinson is at the other end of the floor as MJ hits that. Robinson tried to block the shot and then Robinson from 15.
See, this is what they can play hard. Scored a little bit for him last year.
Michael got him in the air and puts it in. Bill now takes the long range deuce and hits from the right side. Robinson spins, fakes, puts it up and in.
No look half hook.
It was a tough shot because
The turnovers, 3-pointers.
They were a little slow getting that ball to Michael that time.
Michael's right now making cuts off the basketball into open areas, just not getting it done defensively right now.
Elliott.
Michael.
MJ takes it away.
What a play. He's had his way with Elliott so far.
Johnson goes right down the lane, had it knocked away. He walked. MJ just took it away. Did you see the hands continue to go? Out of bounds, bullet ball. Michael was just pawing at that ball. Finally knocked it away. Rocker step. Oh!
Hey, no stopping that one. Thank you.
MJ with it on the wing. Spin move against Monty. Got him in the air. Puts it up. Oh, up the ring. 48-46. It's a 2-point game, and it can be tied right there.
Hey.
San Antonio needs a timeout, and they take it. Michael goes baseline in traffic.
Come on, man. That didn't touch any board at all. You'd think the only way to get it up was hitting off the board. He had a thing to say to the referee, so you guys aren't making the right call. Make the right call. Make the right call. Make the right call. Michael, he says, look at him. Look at him.
He's clapping.
Michael says, you know what, David? I'm telling him, make the right call.
It's my house. MJ headed partially blocked by Longley. Gets it back. Tony Kukoc. 4-3. Short. 2 seconds. 1 second. This is to tie.
Yes, sir! David Robinson says, damn! Michael says, I'll take it. His first basket. Tommy, in this quarter.
Looking for a second. Shot clock at 4 and 3. He can do it again.
Oh, yes!
MJ one-on-one with Elliott. Fades. Fires. Hits again!
Take a look at it here. Elliott really working on him, trying to get his hands in the way. Michael didn't care if he draws a foul on this play because up fades away. 2 players on him and nothing but net.
Baseline jumper. MJ got it again.
What a play by Jordan defensively.
Sean Elliott takes the shot. Takes it again. Baseline jumper.
Oh, he had it again.
Elliott takes it. To take a tough 3. Great block. Now the 3 goes up, way up. MJ right there. 13 seconds to go. The Spurs have the foul. Overtime here at the United Center. The Chicago Bulls, as regulation was coming down, looked like they were in trouble. Michael Jordan hit a 3 at the buzzer to tie the game.
This game to me is the perfect example why Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. That game could have been easily forgotten. I mean, nobody talks about that game. Why? It was a regular season game. Michael Jordan did not win a championship, but it just showed his greatness again. Did you see how many crucial plays he had? He was super clutch. And that wasn't even a great game of Michael Jordan. His shooting percentage was not good in that game, but he was there when the game was on the line and the game mattered. Now, obviously, the Bulls won in double overtime, and it was just some game. But that to me showed the class of MJ. And I'm pretty sure that one moment where David Robinson was staring down at Michael Jordan, it rubbed him the wrong way, it motivated him extra, and yeah, you saw the result. Anyway, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.